BYOjet's outrageous cancellation fees. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I have my stein of coffee, and I thought we'd read an article from Alexis Carey from news.com.au regarding BYOjet's outrageous cancellation fees. Now, I cannot say I've ever used BYOjet before. I'm just looking at them up now. But their fees are, well, their cancellation fees are not filling me with confidence. So let's have a look through this. Let me know if you've used them before and what your experience was. Here we go. We'll jump onto their website. BYOjet, cheap flights, book online with BYOjet. So it's kind of like, what is it, that hotel place where you can get the cheap hotels that comes in. We're working to get Aussies home. Okay, so there you go. Replacing a travel agent, essentially. I'm surprised Flight Centre had as many shops as they did, to be honest, because a lot of people do this. So let's have a look. Maybe not anymore after this. So here we go. If life had gone according to plan, I'd be on a beach in Greece with my family right now. But it didn't, and we've now joined the countless Aussies who've had their holiday plans derailed by the devastating coronavirus crisis. Of course, cancelled trips are the ultimate first world problem, when more than 150,000 people have already died from the illness and millions have had their livelihoods decimated. Well, that's true. I wouldn't say it's only a first world problem. I say it's a problem of a lot of people around the world. If you've saved up and invested this, here's the problem. People are worried that they're complaining about something. They're worried about the what ifs. The what if people. Anyway. But after receiving an email from Australian travel firm BYOjet confirming we would be charged $1,000 in total to cancel just one leg of our journey, we were shattered. The company had initially offered customers just two options when it came to the illness cancellations. A credit note with the company at a cost of $55 per person, with rebooking restrictions, or a refund with a $250 per person fee plus airline fees. We can see here the airline has waived the fees. So it's all BYOjet. It's all the online business, which probably has the lowest cost of anyone in the whole chain. I mean, that's the same thing. When you're booking a hotel room, you can either go to an online business and send a share of the profits overseas, or you can ring them up directly and try and get a better deal. And support the local businesses. $250 per person, that's a hell of a sting, isn't it? Particularly when the airline is waiving their fees. Could you justify that cost? That feels more like a penalty than liquidated damages. I'm just thinking, I mean, in a construction contract, you've got liquidated damages, and that can't be a penalty. It can just be reimbursement for the fair costs assumed. I parked the other day in a tower in the city, and they gave me a ticket, but it wasn't really a ticket because it was a private business. They didn't have the authority to do that. They said their liquidated damages was $50. It was a claim for liquidated damages. And you can contest that. Have a look at it the next time if you're parking in one of these buildings. You can contest it. I wrote to them and said, I'll offer you $10 because I was gone within 20 minutes after the ticket was done, and claiming $50 is unfair and unreasonable, because you could have made money again. That's the thing. It has to be fair and reasonable. It can't be punitive. Should that apply to this? What do you think, everyone? What do you think? If BYO's cost the $250 per person to just take a booking, it's pretty tough. So, calls to the company in the lead-up to our flight to Europe went unanswered. And when we did get through, we were told they would only speak to people flying within 24 hours. Emails were also ignored for weeks on end. I mean, they've got a brilliant business. Because how many people would just cop it and just move on? How many people would just cop it and move on? I don't blame them. It appears that $55 credit note fee has since been waived, and it's the option the company is clearly pushing customers to take. But with so much instability in the travel industry, it is obviously not the best option for clients, given a credit note will be worthless if the firm collapses. Well, yeah, maybe they're already at that point. And the fear is not unfounded. This week, Virgin Australia went into voluntary administration, and Flight Centre, which acquired a 70% stake in BYOjet in 2015, will permanently close 40% of its Australian stores by the end of July as part of a way to reduce annual costs by $1.9 billion. So it could be they've already spent your deposit. They've already spent your fees. Given we are now living in a world where Aussies are being fined for eating kebabs, going for a drive, or mountain biking, or playing computer games at a friend's house, due to the strict social distancing rules, cancelling a trip to the other side of the world was a no-brainer, especially given the government's travel ban. On March 24, 2020, the Prime Minister announced a ban on Australians travelling overseas under the Biosecurity Act 2015. This will help prevent travellers returning to Australia with the illness, the government's own Smart Traveller website said. Well, here's the thing, guys. I've got no issue with businesses charging cancellation fees. They should be able to recoup the costs associated with their business, with doing this process. But I find it hard to believe that it's $250. I'd say this is punitive. And I'd say this is going to destroy a lot of people's goodwill with BYOjet, and particularly this publicity, and create opportunities for new players to enter the market. What do you reckon? Given, here we go. 2 members of our family also fall under the high-risk category for the illness, and even if that wasn't the case, putting travel plans on hold was the moral thing to do for the sake of public health. Well, I can't imagine you'd want to risk going overseas, particularly with how it's going in Italy. It'd be crazy. In light of these unprecedented circumstances, many international airlines, including Qatar Airways, which we were due to fly with on April 1, are waiving their cancellation fees, making BYOjet's policy all the more unfathomable. And my family is far from alone. Victorian woman Rhiannon Rose was due to fly to Bali in June with a friend with Virgin. Was also initially asked to choose between a $250 cancellation fee or a $55 credit note. She said she was disgusted and appalled by the company's treatment of customers during the public health crisis and has vowed to boycott them in the future. Well, there you go. That's it. That's it. It's similar to, we were looking at retail landlords threatening the tenants. It's the destruction of goodwill. People will remember, hopefully. We wanted to cancel our flights, as even if the flights were permitted, which is highly unlikely, it would still be unsafe and irresponsible to do so. And you're probably going to catch, if there's a plague going around the world, you're going to catch it on a plane. On a plane or a cruise ship, you're bloody well going to catch it. Unfortunately, I couldn't get through to BYO via the support line, and when I emailed the company, it was rejected with a message saying they were no longer receiving emails. Well, what does that tell you? That tells me they're going under. I was happy to wait, as I knew that people flying before us will be needing to be sorted out first. But then BYO sent me an email wanting to know if I planned to travel still. I was prompted to complete an online form informing them of our intentions. The options were to cancel with a $250 fee and possible airline fee, or transfer the ticket and pay a $55 rebooking fee. There were no other options. This is the thing. This is where they're loading it. They're creating a situation where you're agreeing to their terms. They can say, oh, that you agreed to that $250. Sure, you had no other options except this other fee. Well, there you go. Have you used BYOjet? Will you use them in the future? I just go to the websites for the airlines. Maybe, am I doing it wrong? I ended up taking the credit note as I couldn't justify being charged $250. I'm still frustrated that they want $55 to rebook when the time comes to travel, and that's if Virgin is still in operation. Sydney woman Kendall Giraldo was also due to travel to Bali for a wedding with a friend in late April after booking with Garuda via BYOjet. I mean, these things happen, guys. Some people are going to lose their money. I think the issue is that their cancellation fee is coming to light that it's not in line with the actual costs associated with them. They'll make money. They'll probably make more money off the cancellation fee than anything else. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, especially when we have no control over the flight at all. They have changed our itinerary so much that it's impossible for us to catch our flight if we wanted to. I completely understand they're being inundated right now, but we don't need to be slogged with cancellation fees from both them and our airline for not being able to catch a flight that doesn't exist. BYOjet's Facebook page is flooded with complaints from irate customers in similar situations, with a class action against BYO Facebook also popping out. Yeah, good luck. Comments have slammed the firm's shocking customer service, with negative online reviews accusing it of unethical practice and dishonesty. Well, it's an online web portal. What do you expect, guys? When asked how the company could justify charging such high cancellation fees, in our case, almost a third of the cost of our ticket, due to unforeseen global pandemic, a BYOjet spokeswoman said administrating refunds was a very manual and time-consuming process. Oh, come on. Well, then that's a fault in your system, because I can press one button to do it on PayPal. Providing support to, and even I'll still cop a fee there, and I'll pass that on to clients, but I've never had to be honest. Providing support to our customers is our priority, and our global team is working around the clock to deal with a significantly higher number of refund requests than normal on top of the work they're doing to help customers. We do understand how stressful this current environment is for our customers, and we are committed to helping every single customer. We understand that decisions made by governments around the world to significantly restrict travels to slow the spread of the illness may cause challenges for people. I mean, here you go, $250. Our customers are able to leave their money on file for an extended period to be put towards future bookings without being charged any fees, and many customers are choosing this option. She said the $55 credit note fee would not be charged if you decide to keep your money on file with our business, although refunds are also available. If a refund is requested, charges do normally apply, although they are being waived or reduced in some circumstances, she said. These charges, which are outlined in our standard terms and conditions, reflect the fact that our people have performed a service in booking products for customers, and that significant time involved in processing and securing refunds from airlines and other suppliers. Well, $250 per ticket per person, 2.5 hours at $100 an hour cost for a $30 per hour staff person. Do you think it takes that long? I don't think so. Administrating refunds is a very manual and time-consuming process, particularly in relation to airfares, as we pay airlines within days of receiving money from customers and then work with those airlines to get the money returned and ultimately refunded to the customer. This process can take up to 12 weeks in a normal trading environment, and there are obviously additional challenges in the current climate, given that demand for refunds has increased at the same time as airlines have typically downsized their workforces. We're unable to refund customers until we've received payments from airlines. However, we are actioning refunds as soon as we receive them. The spokeswoman said customers had generally been comfortable with options offered. It was true that some feedback had been negative in relation to booking amendments and cancellations. We are currently discussing any further support we may be able to provide to our customers. As you would understand, travellers, and indeed our people, are dealing with unprecedented and challenging circumstances. Also, there you go. There you go. So what do you think, guys? What do you think? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's reasonable? Do you think the $250 is a little excessive? That's my issue with it. It seems tremendously expensive. Tremendously expensive. Because how could they be making any money then on what they're doing? Maybe they're just completely automated and set up. The whole process is automated and they've got no way to get refunds done efficiently. Could that be it? Well, let me know your experiences with BYOjet. Would you fly with them again? Or how do you book your flights? Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're a fan of the channel and want to support us, there are a few ways you can. You can support us via joining the channel on YouTube or on Patreon for a small monthly fee. You can use our affiliate links at Amazon or eBay, or Independent Reserve and Kucoin. You can buy a merch from Teespring or the HeiseSays blog, send us gold using Gold Pass, and finally support us via PayPal. Thanks everyone, have a great day, I'll see you in the next video.